So I've made a list of the top 5 conspiracy theories that I've seen the most, heard the most, seen all over TikTok, YouTube, pretty much everywhere.
Hi, my name is Stockton Rush. I'm the CEO and founder of OceanGate. Let's take a look at Titan. So if you want to go forward, you press forward. If you want to go back, you go back. Turn left, turn right, go down, go up.
So OceanGate shouldn't have been doing what it was doing. I think that's pretty clear.
An apparent implosion killing all 5 people on board.
Authorities are looking into what could have gone wrong on the Titan submersible only an hour and 45 minutes into the tourist trip to the Titanic wreckage.
All of the passengers definitely signed waivers that warned them that things could go wrong and even result in their death.
Hey guys, it's Tiffany. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to do something a little different, not a typical crime video. I just want to see if you guys like the type of video. I want to talk about the Titan, and I'm not going to go in depth about everything that happened because if you're like me, you were totally consumed with it, watching it literally day in and day out. So I've made a list of the top 5 conspiracy theories that I've seen the most, heard the most, seen all over TikTok, YouTube, pretty much everywhere. Before I even get into it, I just want to say that I fully believe what happened. I believe that it imploded probably as soon as it lost communication with the vessel and everyone there. I don't want people to think that I believe in these conspiracy theories. Yeah, I do believe a lot of conspiracy theories and I go deep with a lot of different things, but when it comes to these, I don't really have full faith in them and believe in these. I just thought it's kind of entertaining just seeing where people's minds are going, and I just wanted to put that out before I get into these. The first one I think I've seen the most is the fact that the government wanted to take out or wipe out rich people. These tickets were $250,000 each for these people to go onto the Titan. These were really smart businessmen, and they weren't just people that hit the lottery and got rich. They made a name for themselves. They got businesses. They did things to get themselves up in the community with their statuses. The fact that they paid this money and got into a submersible that the hull was made out of carbon fiber, it just kind of makes you wonder, did they fully think this through? Or were they possibly told things by OceanGate to make them think it was safer than it truly was? A lot of people are comparing the Titan to the Titanic because if you think about it, a lot of rich people also board the Titan. Rich people also board the Titanic, but a lot of them ended up living because they were first to leave the Titanic. So that just kind of plays in together, and that's why a lot of people are comparing these two. The second conspiracy theory is that the millionaires and billionaires wanted to just start a new life. People are saying that the IRS was after them, possibly, and if they started a new life in a different country, a whole different place, maybe even like an island, the IRS wouldn't have a clue who to even get a hold of. They could have new identities and nobody would be looking for them. If they had all new names and everything like that, they wouldn't have a clue to pursue these people for money. The third one is the fact that this was possibly a stunt to just occupy us, to distract us. Everybody was saying we need to look and see what laws were passed while all this was going on. And I did see a video of lab-grown meat.
This morning, the USDA has approved cell-cultivated meat to be sold to the public for the first time.
So that's where it all starts, just a few cells.
2 cultivated meat producers now getting the green light to begin commercially selling their chicken, not raised on a farm, but in a facility. The meat is grown using real animal cells and large bioreactors fed with nutrients.
Because all we saw on the TV all over was about the Titan and the people missing, and that was all it was for days, all hours of the day. At the same time, I know you guys saw that ship with all those immigrants that wrecked and sunk and hundreds of people died. It's crazy because you didn't even hear about that, but you hear about the millionaires and billionaires that were on the Titan in this makeshift vessel. It's crazy. So basically number 3 was just, it's all distraction. The fourth one, this one's kind of crazy to me, but I saw this a lot. The other ones, okay, kinda, you could kind of see where people get those, but this one, somebody said that, well, not somebody, it was a lot of people. They said that now the sport events have ended, football, basketball, all that stuff. NBA playoffs are over, Super Bowl's gone. They said that they needed something for people to talk about. And I think that's kind of pushing it because they could do so many other things in the world to have people pay attention to and talk about besides something like this. So the fifth and final one I want to talk about is that the waters are haunted where the Titanic wrecked. I've always kind of thought this because just it seems like anything that goes in the area, just something happens and the Titan goes down and an hour and 45 minutes into it, communication lost, you know, they don't hear from these people. I always thought this from the start. I just always was thinking like this should have been reported to the Coast Guard probably way before it was, because, you know, they went down like between 8 to 9 a.m. They were supposed to resurface at 5:30 p.m., but the Coast Guard is alerted around, I think it was 9 p.m. So all that's just odd to me. They say that there's videos of Edward Smith, who was the captain of the Titanic, down by the wreckage all the time. The Navy said that they heard distress signals and banging and things like that from the sonar, but if it imploded, likely when it was, you know, the communication was lost, then what were those sounds? Did they get down that far by the Titanic and then it might have imploded after they were making these signals? I just don't know what to think about that part. And like I said, they say Edward Smith has been seen around like the bow of the ship, and I'm not saying that it's haunted there. I'm not saying that at all, but I've always heard that, and I just think those sounds they heard, it could have been something else. I don't know if it was the 5 men or, you know, they say these spirits feel disrespected, that people aren't leaving the Titanic alone. So, like I said, you don't have to be into conspiracies, but there's just always possibilities of other things out there, and I just always keep an open mind when it comes to paranormal type of things. At the end of the day, I fully believe that it imploded after it lost connection, communication, whatever happened. I fully believe that, but I just want to hear what you guys might think happened. If you believe like I do, you know, what they told us happened, the implosion, or if you just have a whole different outlook on that, comment down below. I would like to just read and hear what you guys think about it. I want to remind you guys that I have a YouTube membership now. There's 3 different levels, and I also have my Patreon, I still do, and you can get your name shouted out with either of those. With the memberships, you also get like a little badge for whenever you comment. It's this little symbol beside your name. If I do live streams, you can do like super chats and things like that on my videos, and even on my videos in general. You can make comments and do things like that, and I can respond to you. It pushes it up to the top, so make sure you look into those. The Patreon is down in my description, so you can choose between the YouTube membership or the Patreon membership, and you'll get your name shouted out in my videos with the second tier in each of those. So that concludes the top 5 conspiracy theories I've seen the most of the Titan. I just want to hear some crazy ones you guys have heard. Even conspiracies might not even relate to that, just crazy things you guys might believe, just insane. Like I said, I've always been into these things, so I would love to read your all's comments. Make sure you also check out the Surfshark VPN. That's also in my description. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share my channel.
We want to document what the wreck is like now and also try to predict what it'll be like in the future.